Hmm. Good morning. So I'm gonna check this out to make sure I'm live. I should be live now, and welcome if you are here. So this morning we are talking about weight loss. We're talking about wealth. We are talking about all the things that are super important in life. So the first thing is let's talk about weight loss. So weight loss is a big deal. Health in general is a big deal. So when I think when we talk about health for most people, health is really about feeling good in life. And most Americans and probably most people I know here are a little overweight. They are a little lethargic because of their weight, and not everybody I know works out very well, and that's okay too. So what I'm going to go into is a little bit about how to lose some of the fat and get into some healthy routines that will help you create a life that feels good to you, that feels good to your body, that feels good in general. So let's talk about how I lost 70 pounds in 40 days. That's not something that a lot of people do. 70 pounds in 40 days, most people ask, how healthy that is and how, they think you have to cut off an arm and a leg to get there. Oh, look, I got something in my teeth. That's really good. It's still there. It's funny when you go live because you have all this going on. Oh, gosh. It's like huge, guys. There we go. Got it. So, the idea is when you're trying to lose weight, you have to be all in. Like, it has to be a major focus in your life, and that's what happened to me. The protocol that I used just required that of me. I had to be all in order to lose the weight. And the way it worked was this. And I've never seen anything work quite the way that this does. It works in a way where you eat for only 8 hours a day, but you eat specific types of food from a list. And so, first off, you have to eat one serving of protein, one serving of fruits, and as many vegetables as you can eat so that you're not hungry on a daily basis. And if you are able to do that, you lose weight really, really quickly. So, for example, I would eat a steak, a small steak, a thing of blackberries, and I'd cook up mushrooms and zucchini and maybe even some onion and garlic and that kind of stuff, and that would be a meal for me. And I would make sure that I ate enough that I was full. Now, also, you can't eat any kind of sweeteners except for Zevia. That would be, or stevia, excuse me. Stevia is the only sweetener that you can use, and typically I would drink Zevia, which is a stevia-based soda. And that soda, it's kind of like drinking water, honestly, as far as your body is concerned. But it tastes good. It's really kind of nice as a substitute for soda. It is soda, and it helped me to feel full most of the time. It was really good. So on top of that, you can't cook with any oils or fats, and that's so you get into this space of hyperketosis, and hyperketosis is when you're not eating fat but you're in ketosis. So if you do a traditional keto diet, you're eating a lot of fat, and your body gets into fat burning mode, but it will also burn the fat that you're eating. Where in hyperketosis, it's only burning the fat that's inside of your body. So it makes it a much quicker way to lose weight. Anyway, that's kind of how that whole nutrition process works. And that's how you lose weight really, really quickly. And it takes some planning. It takes some figuring out. For instance, if you're on the go, it's a little bit harder to figure that out. If you're cooking it yourself, it's pretty easy, but you've got to figure it out for yourself in a way where it's simple and easy. You don't have to think a lot about it. And so I would do things like I would get these chomp, what is it called, beef jerkies, and I would carry those around with me, or I'd carry my Zevias around with me because they're stevia based, and so that would help me to feel satiated and full. And truthfully, it's honestly the easiest way I've ever seen to lose weight. So here's the deal: if you're getting on, make sure you ask any questions that you have. I am here for the next 10 minutes or so before getting on a coaching call. And gonna make sure to bring up my comments from social media. There we go. Comments are... There we go. Okay, so if you have any comments or questions, please let me know. Okay, so that's about health. I also am training for the Olympics, so if you have any questions about exercise or training or that kind of stuff and how to really get healthy, that is something I can answer as well. I also coach a lot of businesses on how to scale their businesses and how to make money with business, along with the reality show Ace in the Hole. So if you have questions about that, let me know. And I write music and produce music for film. So those are all areas that you can ask me questions in. So let's move on to businesses. So I had my brother call me this morning and we were talking about business, and he asked me, so what is one of the biggest ways that companies scale their businesses? What's an easy way to start moving forward and scaling a business? So one of the major problems that a lot of businesses have, 81% of businesses in the United States have 0 employees. And what I found is most businesses that I've worked with, they don't have employees because at some point or other, they got super busy and they decided to hire an employee. And they hired an employee when they were really busy, and they had to train this employee. And what happened was it was taking so much of their time to train the employee that they weren't getting any work done at all. And eventually they just had to fire the employee. And so what I found is before you hire an employee, you have to have certain processes in place in order to hire the employees so that they're productive. So you have to have some trainings in place, you have to checklists in place for them to accomplish the things that you need to do. So you just have to be more prepared than most people are when they hire an employee. So that's really the biggest thing when it comes to scaling a business. Are you prepared? Do you have the right processes and systems in place? And do you have trainings in place for that employee when they get hired? So that would be the biggest problem in scaling a business. I think what most people, when they start a business, forget is that the biggest step that they can take, the biggest thing that they need to do to begin with, is they need to get in front of people. So they need to go to networking groups, they need to talk to friends and family, they just need to find ways to get in front of people to sell their product or service. And by doing that and making that the focus of a new business, it means you first off, you need to figure out how to talk to people about it. I have a training this week on Thursday about how to sell things and how to create processes to sell what you have, the product or service that you have. And second off, you need to create the process so that other people can also do the sales that you're doing in your business. So when you make a sale, when you've been successful enough that you've sold the service or product that you have, then you need to document what the process was that you went through and create a checklist. So you can literally grab someone off the street and they can go through this checklist and they can make a sale just like you did. So when you go to a networking event, you get someone's information and you can call them or go to lunch with them, and you can go through the same process over and over again to sell someone the product or service that you have. So most of the time, scaling a business growing a business is about the processes and systems that you create so that other people can help you. Now, there are also ways to turn those into automations as well, and we're moving into an era of automation for sure. So we're moving from a consumer economy into an automated economy. In that automated economy, if you are not creating automations, you're going to fall pretty far behind. That's just the truth. Especially when it comes to marketing. Now, marketing is the next step from sales. Sales is an intimate environment, talking eye to eye. You can ask questions. If you move into a non-intimate environment where you can talk to more people, it means you don't have that intimate, back and forth in a sales process. But you want to figure out how to scale that sales process into marketing, even if you can't speak back and forth with someone. And that's the crux of good marketing. How do I take that intimate environment and bring it to a non-intimate environment? Now, even in the book industry, where we've put 124 consecutive authors on the New York Times, USA Today, and Wall Street Journal bestsellers list, if you're being published, they're not going to do the marketing for you. They don't. They require you to sell your book. So you've got to learn these skills. No matter who you are, you've got to figure it out. Yes, you can hire a marketing company. Yes, you can hire a sales company. Those are all good, but they're not going to be successful if you don't have your own systems and processes in place when you start going. And understanding which sales and marketing companies is going to be very important for you to be successful. Because there are sales companies and marketing companies that have no clue what they're doing. They're just following the model of someone else top down that may or may not be successful in what they're doing. So understanding marketing, and marketing is about creating a platform. Being on a platform where you can broadcast your message to a large amount of people in such a way that it creates leads and sales. So even in marketing, you do want to narrow it down to creating the leads and making those leads create sales in such a way that's organic and you can have a discussion with them. Having that discussion with people in marketing is super important. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to get on a call with them, but it does mean you have to have some sort of discussion with them. And when we talk about scaling a business, it really is about creating relationships. And creating relationships it can be an easy thing, and some people are very, very good at it, but there is a process or a way that you can move through a relationship with someone. You create a really solid relationship with them. They'll come back again and again and again to your company, and that's really what you want to do. It's easier to keep a customer than it is to create new customers. So there's a guy by the name of Desmond Morris who he did all this research on pair bonding relationships. He created a term called the 12 steps of business, for all basically in creating relationships there are 12 steps, and skipping two of those steps is like having one night stand and that relationship will last. In business it's the same. There are 12 steps. The first step would be an introduction to who you are and what your company is. The fifth step is typically it's like a freemium. You get some people free to get their information. Step 6 is typically whatever you charge the money for. Step 10 is credit card. It's basically your signature product or service. Steps 11 and 12 are more for your super fans. So you have to fill in all of those steps in order to figure out kind of this customer journey. So every step of the way, they should be investing just a little bit more into your company and in what you do to get them all the way up to step 12. And I would say actually the goal is to get them to step 10, and step 10 is the most important step because that's your signature product or service. That's the thing that you feel like is actually going to change the world. And as business owners, we're all a little bit crazy to change the world, but we can. And if you do it right, you will change the world. No question. So. If you have any questions out there for me, again, this is an Ask Me Anything today, so feel free to ask me any question that you have. I'm covering health and wealth today, including how I lost 70 pounds in 40 days, and wealth and creating businesses, how I help businesses scale. I have a coaching group in just a few minutes, so I will have about 5 more minutes that I can do. And if not, then I'll probably just skip out and get ready for that meeting with my business coaches, or with my business owners, as I coach them. Yeah, so let's see. The last thing I just want to mention again is we have a sales training this Thursday. If you have any questions about wanting to be a part of that sales event here at the house, let me know. We have Michelle who's going to be teaching sales. She's amazing at sales. On Thursday at 7 p.m. And I would love to see a lot of people there. But this is specifically about creating a process for your company. Creating a sales process, something that's going to work again and again and again, that's going to help you scale your business. And that's what we're looking into, and we're going to do it individually. So again, if you have any questions today about business, or even losing weight, or health in general, please ask a question. I'll make sure to answer. Let's see, maybe we'll go into what we're covering at the event this Thursday. The event will cover basic sales and sales techniques, which will really influence someone. It'll go through how you should act and how you should be around someone that you are selling your service or your product. It will also go into basic systems and processes. When you create a sale, you want to be able to give a process to someone and say, hey, here you go. This is the checklist that you go through in order to sell someone your program, your service, your product, or whatever it is. And so this is a very specific way to scale your business in sales. So this Thursday, if you want to join us at the house, I would love to have you. It would be fun. If you have any questions right now, I'm about to get off onto my coaching calls. But if you have any questions in the next minute or so, I will make sure to answer your questions about health or wealth, how to scale businesses, how to lose 70 pounds in 40 days. And yeah, it's been a fun morning. I hope your morning has been good too. I am excited about today. I have a lot going on. I have a lot of business to conduct. And I have some really amazing businesses that I'm coaching on scaling their business with Ace in the Hole, the reality show that I have. So yeah, I think I am probably going to call it after this